Here's something that might shock you. Even while you sleep, especially while you sleep, your body is making critical decisions about whether to build muscle or break it down. And those decisions aren't just shaped by how hard you train or how much protein you eat during the day. They're heavily influenced by what you eat and when, particularly in the final 90 minutes before sleep. Most people focus on what happens in the gym, but muscle preservation and growth are not just determined by the weights you lift. They're largely determined by your internal chemistry while you sleep. And this chemistry is profoundly influenced by your nighttime nutrition. During deep sleep, your body enters a powerful state of repair and regeneration. Growth hormone peaks. Muscle protein synthesis, the process of building muscle fibers, is elevated. But if your body lacks the right amino acids, or if blood sugar and insulin are unstable, your system will shift toward catabolism, the breakdown of muscle tissue rather than preservation or growth. This is especially critical for people over 40, where age-related declines in anabolic hormones like testosterone and IGF-1 are already working against you. The body naturally leans more catabolic with age, meaning it breaks down muscle faster and builds it slower. And one of the hidden culprits? Poor nighttime fueling. In this video, we are going to break down exactly what to eat before bed to reduce overnight muscle loss and even promote muscle gain, supported by cutting-edge findings from neuroscience, endocrinology, and sports physiology. First, I invite you to like this video, share it with someone who cares about their health, and subscribe to this channel because daily we're diving deeper into neuroscience, psychology, and performance tools to help you become stronger physically, emotionally, and mentally. Unlock overnight gains. Why casein before sleep changes everything. If you've ever wondered whether the type of protein you eat before bed really matters, the answer, backed by science, is a resounding yes. Let's start with a crucial physiological reality. When you sleep, you enter a prolonged fasted state. For most people, that's 7 to 9 hours without food. During this time, if your body runs out of circulating amino acids, the building blocks of protein, it begins pulling them from muscle tissue. In other words, it starts breaking down your own muscle to fuel essential functions. This is where casein protein stands out as a uniquely powerful tool. Casein is one of the two primary proteins found in milk, the other being whey. While whey is digested quickly and spikes amino acid levels within 30 to 60 minutes, casein behaves very differently. It forms a gel-like substance in the stomach, which slows digestion and provides a steady release of amino acids into the bloodstream over roughly 6 to 8 hours. What does that mean for your muscle tissue? It means your body stays in an anabolic or muscle-preserving state throughout the night. A key study from Maastricht University in the Netherlands, led by Dr. Luc van Loon, demonstrated this beautifully. In the study, researchers gave participants 40 grams of casein protein right before bed after an evening workout. The results showed a significant increase in overnight muscle protein synthesis compared to a placebo, meaning their bodies continued building and repairing muscle while they slept. Here's a simple tool to apply. If your goal is to preserve or build muscle, especially as you age, consume 30 to 40 grams of micellar casein protein roughly 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Look for unsweetened or low-sugar forms and ideally combine it with a small dose of healthy fat like a tablespoon of almond butter to further slow gastric emptying and enhance absorption. The growth switch. How leucine ignites muscle building. If you've ever taken a protein shake and wondered what's actually triggering muscle growth, here's the surprising answer. It's not the total protein. It's a very specific amino acid inside it. That amino acid is leucine. Leucine is one of the 3 branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs, but it's the only one with the unique ability to directly activate mTOR, short for mechanistic target of rapamycin, which is the master regulator of muscle protein synthesis. Think of mTOR like a switch in your muscle cells. When it's activated, the body shifts into growth mode, and leucine is the key that turns that switch on. Here's what the research shows. Consuming around 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine at one time can maximally stimulate mTOR activity. This is often referred to as the leucine threshold, the minimum amount needed to trigger muscle growth, especially in older adults where this threshold is slightly higher due to something called anabolic resistance. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed a leucine-enriched protein blend before bed had significantly greater overnight muscle retention compared to those who consumed a lower leucine mix, even when total protein was the same. Here's a simple protocol you can use. If you're using casein protein, make sure it contains at least 2.5 grams of leucine per serving. Most high-quality casein powders do, but it's worth checking the label. Alternatively, you can add a leucine supplement alongside a low-calorie bedtime snack. If you prefer whole foods, a practical example is 2 boiled eggs plus half a cup of cottage cheese before bed. This delivers roughly 3 grams of leucine and provides the slow-release amino acid profile ideal for overnight recovery. Nightly muscle armor, the micronutrients that work while you rest. Have you ever noticed how your body feels different after a deep, restful night of sleep? More energized, stronger, even subtly leaner. That's not just in your head, it's your biology at work. During high-quality sleep, especially slow-wave deep sleep, your body enters a state of intense repair. Growth hormone peaks, inflammation decreases, and muscle protein synthesis quietly continues in the background. But there's a hidden barrier many people overlook. If your nervous system is too activated at night from stress, caffeine, blue light, or a poor diet, it interferes with your ability to enter and maintain that critical deep sleep stage. That's where 2 incredibly powerful yet underappreciated nutrients come in: glycine and magnesium. Let's start with glycine. Glycine is an amino acid that does something fascinating. It lowers core body temperature, a key signal your brain needs to fall into deep sleep. It also acts as a mild inhibitory neurotransmitter, helping quiet the overactive brain circuits associated with stress and rumination. In a 2007 study published in Sleep and Biological Rhythms, participants who consumed just 3 grams of glycine before bed reported significantly better sleep quality, felt more alert in the morning, and had faster sleep onset. Now let's add magnesium to the mix. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions, but one of its most critical roles is regulating GABA, the brain's primary calming neurotransmitter. GABA activation helps reduce neuroexcitation, making it easier to fall asleep and stay in the restorative phases of sleep that protect lean muscle mass. Here's a practical bedtime protocol to try. 3 grams of glycine plus 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. Optionally, pair this with a small protein-rich snack like cottage cheese or a scoop of casein, and you have a triple-action pre-bed strategy: support muscle protein synthesis, lower cortisol, and enhance deep sleep cycles. Sleep saboteurs, foods to ban before bed for optimal recovery. Insulin is one of the most misunderstood hormones when it comes to muscle health, especially at night. Most people associate insulin with blood sugar regulation, and that's true. But insulin also plays a crucial role in muscle protein metabolism. It helps shuttle amino acids into cells and suppresses protein breakdown. In that sense, insulin is anabolic. But like any powerful tool, it needs to be used precisely. because at the wrong time or in the wrong amount, insulin can become a foe to your overnight recovery. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that consuming high glycemic meals before bed led to a sharp rise in insulin, followed by a compensatory drop in growth hormone secretion, the very hormone your body relies on to repair tissue, burn fat, and recover while you sleep. Here's what you need to avoid before bed. High glycemic foods like sugary cereals, white bread, fruit juice, granola bars, or sweetened yogurts. These cause rapid insulin spikes, which then interfere with nocturnal hormonal rhythms. Alcohol is another major culprit. It may help you fall asleep faster, but it significantly reduces muscle-repairing sleep stages and increases overnight dehydration, which can increase muscle cramping and cortisol by morning. Instead, choose low-glycemic, protein-forward foods. Casein protein, cottage cheese, hard-boiled eggs, or Greek yogurt with chia seeds. These provide slow-digesting protein with minimal blood sugar disruption. Just enough insulin to support muscle maintenance, not enough to suppress growth hormone. The sleep strength sweet spot. Perfecting your last meal timing. Let's take a step back from nutrients for a moment and look at timing, because even the healthiest pre-bed snack can backfire if it's mistimed. Your body runs on a 24-hour internal clock, the circadian rhythm, which governs not just sleep and wake cycles, but hormone release, digestion, body temperature, and even muscle metabolism. Here's a key principle. Your body's ability to digest, absorb, and utilize nutrients fluctuates throughout the day. And eating too late, especially within an hour of lying down, can disrupt everything from sleep architecture to overnight protein synthesis. In a 2020 review published in Nutrients, researchers emphasized that late-night eating impairs the nighttime release of melatonin and growth hormone, two hormones essential for sleep depth and muscular recovery. Why? Because digestion is an active metabolic process. If you eat right before bed, your body has to prioritize digestion, not repair. Here's a simple protocol you can follow. First, anchor your last meal 2 to 3 hours before bed. This gives your body enough time to digest most of the calories so you're not metabolically active during the deep sleep window. Second, add a light targeted pre-sleep protein snack if needed. If your dinner was more than 3 to 4 hours before bedtime, a small snack like casein protein or cottage cheese can top off amino acid levels without overwhelming your digestive system. Dream deeper, recover faster, harnessing serotonin and tryptophan naturally. You've probably heard that turkey makes you sleepy, and while that's become a Thanksgiving cliché, it actually points to a deeper scientific truth. The real reason behind that drowsy feeling isn't the turkey itself, it's the amino acid tryptophan. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid, meaning your body can't produce it. You have to get it from your diet. But its effects go far beyond protein synthesis. Tryptophan is the precursor to serotonin, and serotonin is eventually converted into melatonin, the key hormone that signals your brain it's time to sleep. Both serotonin and melatonin don't just support mood and sleep, they also influence muscle repair and anti-catabolic signaling during sleep. Melatonin has been shown in several studies to protect muscle tissue from oxidative damage and reduce muscle wasting markers like TNF-alpha and cortisol. But here's the critical nuance. Tryptophan competes with other amino acids to cross the blood-brain barrier. That means if you eat a heavy mixed protein meal, tryptophan can get crowded out and never make it to your brain, where it's needed for serotonin and melatonin synthesis. This is where carbohydrates come into play. Carbs trigger insulin, which shuttles competing amino acids into the muscles, temporarily clearing the way for tryptophan to enter the brain more easily. Here's a simple pre-sleep snack option. A small bowl of oats with pumpkin seeds and a sprinkle of cinnamon, or Greek yogurt with banana slices. Each provides the necessary amino acids and a light carb source to amplify serotonin and melatonin production without the heavy calorie load that disrupts digestion. Your nightly repair ritual, one simple habit for locked-in muscle growth. If I had to give you one simple habit that combines everything we've discussed, it would be this. Create a muscle recovery window 60 to 90 minutes before bed. During this time, consume 30 grams of casein protein or cottage cheese, add 3 grams of glycine, take 400 milligrams of magnesium, dim your lights, and avoid all screens. This single routine addresses multiple pathways. It provides sustained amino acid release throughout the night, supports deep sleep architecture, lowers cortisol, enhances growth hormone release, and primes your nervous system for recovery. It's like giving your body a clear signal. Now is the time to repair and grow stronger. The ultimate nighttime protocol. Your challenge starts now. Let's bring this all together. Your body is working around the clock to protect you, repair you, and prepare you for tomorrow. Yet many people are unknowingly sabotaging one of the most powerful windows for growth and recovery, the hours between when your head hits the pillow and when you wake up. Here are the 6 science-backed tools we've explored. Casein protein intake, 30 to 40 grams of slow-digesting protein before bed. Leucine optimization, ensuring 2.5 to 3 grams to trigger mTOR activation. Sleep-supporting micronutrients, glycine and magnesium for deep recovery. Avoiding recovery destroyers, high glycemic foods and alcohol before bed. Circadian-aligned timing, finishing meals 2 to 3 hours before sleep. Tryptophan enhancement, using light carbs to boost natural melatonin production. The invitation here is simple. Try one of these tools tonight. Maybe that means shifting your last meal earlier, adding a small bowl of cottage cheese before bed, or taking magnesium glycinate. Whatever it is, make it intentional and consistent. Here's your challenge. For the next 7 nights, implement just one of these protocols. Track how you feel in the morning, your energy, strength, and recovery. Then come back and let me know in the comments which tool made the biggest difference for you. If this content gave you clarity or a new tool to work with, I invite you to hit that like button right now. Share this video with someone who cares about their health and subscribe to this channel. We're diving deeper daily into neuroscience, psychology, and performance tools to help you become stronger physically, emotionally, and mentally. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest research-backed strategies. We're building a community of people committed to turning science into results, one evidence-based habit at a time. Your future self will thank you for the small changes you make tonight. Let's keep building together.